I got a package, I got a package, I got a package, hey, hey, hey. I am so excited about opening this. I took the package label off, so the tape is a little loose, but it is a sneak peek. So let's get this party started. Color Theory. Okay, rip this tissue paper off. Are you like the person when you get like a Christmas gift and you just rip and tear into it? Or are you the person who meticulously opens it so they can save their paper? I've been both. Okay, my colors. Okay, I've got, oh, this is soft. It is 100% acrylic. I have, where are the colors? Tourmaline. I have Caper. I don't like capers, but the color is where it's at. And I have Nutmeg. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. What shall I make with these? There is 246 yards in each skein. I just love the band, like the band. I just love the band. It's so pretty. Like aesthetically pleasing. I love all these little drawings. Am I showing it? All the little drawings of the things, and you can see about Alexi on there. So I've never used the Hue and Me, but I got this cool little fun bag, and it also has those same drawings on it. But this is not Hue and Me. This is Color Theory. And it is very different in that like the colors are supposed to be more contrasting. And yeah, so that's all in my package. Help me decide what should I make? Help me decide what should I make?
These are all the original color options. Aren't they so beautiful? It took me from May 26th to September 29th to get this inspiration. Now we're releasing June 22nd of 2023, and it might be one of my best designs. This is the main color that I chose to use. I actually had to order more of it. This is what I'm calling contrast color A. And this is what I'm calling contrast color B. I have had this yarn to work with since like May, I think. It is now September. Whoa. September. And I think I finally have a plan of what I want to do. And I also think it's more fitting for the cooler temps. And this week we're getting like really good cool temps. So I'm thinking I'm going to do like I decided knitting for yardage reasons. But I think I'm going to do striping on the body part with, it's called a daisy stitch. So I'm going to do that. And then kind of like a V-neck top. And I kind of want a color block. So I feel like I need to order more yarn to supplement. And I wasn't thinking sleeves before, but I might as well make a full-on sweater. Tamale got thirsty right when I decided to record. I think I want to make it mainly the caper color. I feel like I like that color the most out of these three. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how much yardage I'll need, like after doing the daisy stitch part. And I just kind of willy-nilly cast it on with this. I say willy-nilly, but it's not willy-nilly. So I looked on here and it says to use 4.5 millimeter needles. I'm using 4 millimeter needles. You are really thirsty, Tamale. And it says 20 stitches. I'm assuming for 4-inch swatches. So based on Craft Yarn Council and the size I was wanting, and then also like what I wanted to cast on like multiple wise for this to get the stitch I need. I think I decided for mine, I cast it on 193 stitches. And then I started thinking, oh, I thought I was just going to make panels, but that's like the full circumference that I'm going for. So I feel like I can still do it and make it to where you only have to seam one side, because I kind of want it in the round, but the way the stitch work goes, I'm doing it, I'm not doing it in the round. I'm doing it flat. So, and we can seam the side, or I might just say I'm going to make a cardigan. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how I feel about it. I don't know, guys. It's like experimenting when you design. Anyway, it's dinner time now.
Love me a good Lion Brand sale. And you know I doubled up and used my own affiliate link. Shh.
Okay, I feel like I have got to come on here and give y'all some kind of update because I'm just getting carried away with this. I did end up deciding that I'm gonna join the side here, and so it'll just be one side. I'm sorry, Tasty will not stop panting. I don't know what she's so amped up about. And dogs are snoring. It is what it is. Story of my life. I feel like I'm always apologizing about their noises. This is also not great lighting because, you know, excuse me, I have the one light back here, but you'll see more of it as the time goes on, as you know. I just want to talk about what's going on and the update. So this past weekend, I got some of the swivel cords, the ChiaoGoo swivel. Let me show you the, what did I do? Oh, here it is. Swivel 360. And I don't have any cords that are this long. This is a 50-inch. So I struggle every time thinking like it can wrap around me and I won't drop any stitches. And I've done that multiple times if you watch my previous videos. So now like I can see the full thing on this cord and I have a little bit of room with this particular stitching. And the swivel effect is so cool. The cord feels a little different without that plastic covering, but I am a big fan. I think I'm going to be collecting a lot of these in other sizes. I like it a lot. And I think like it makes all your projects very easy to take pictures of instead of the red popping, which I do love red. Don't get me wrong on that. But yeah, so I have used quite a bit of this yarn already. Like they're like flat sad looking skeins now, all messy and stuff. I'm carrying the color up. So this is the side where like the edging is all pretty. They're pretty on both sides really, but I'm gonna hide the other inside. So the edging is all pretty here. And this side, I'm carrying the color. And you can't tell right here, but you can see like the little lines there a little bit. I feel like it's still pretty. I gotta try and remember to stretch it so that I can seam in and it'll be good. Yeah, I probably could have gave myself some room on some more of that in the color changing, but I don't want to have to weave in all these ends. So I have just carried the yarn as I'm going up with you know, the 3 rows, and then I'll hide that part on the inside when I seam it together. Anyway, I am loving this stitch. It looks very leafy. I haven't really decided a name for this sweater, but I kind of want it to be related in like a leafy sense. Yeah, what else was I gonna say? I feel like I did have a lot of things that I wanted to say, and now that I'm recording, I'm like, oh, and I just thought that y'all deserved an update. This is like a few days of work. So, I mean, it basically takes 2 rows to get 1 row of the texture, because this is the wrong side. So you definitely, there's definitely a right side and a wrong side to this, to where you get the texture. I can't wait to start working on the rest of the stuff. I had to order a couple more skeins to make sure like I can make sleeves. I think I've decided I want to do a little cuff, like a little of this texture on a cuff, and then I'm gonna have like the sleeves and the whole top part a color block to where it's gonna be in this caper color. I just really love this caper color. So I'm at like 10 inches here, and I want to go to like 16 because I want it to be like a full sweater. Crops are such a thing now, but and as I'm making it, I feel like, oh my gosh, I want this to be a crop. But when I go to wear it, I feel like I really want a full length. So that's what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm gonna make this a full length for sure. I think that that'll give it more opportunity to have the stripes. I think it'll be cool. I hope I can get testers for this, because I really would love to see all the color combos, because I almost think it would be cool if they didn't do 3 colors and just chose like a different color every single time. This could be like a good scrappy project, I feel like, for that, where you could throw in, or minis, a good minis project where you could throw in like minis for your striping here, and then have like a solid side color, like main color for like the top color blocking thing. I almost was thinking initially I would do like this color different for the v-neck, and then like the back color different. But I think that gets a little sloppy. I feel like this will look way more modern and wearable when I have it mainly as caper. And I love these colors that they sent me to sample. I think it looks great together. Big fan, guys. Can't stop me now. We're at the car wash, but I remember what I wanted to say. This yarn, it splits like it's cotton or something. Let me show you. Here's a little bit better idea of the colors too. Look at that. There's no way I'm fixing that, but it's in there. My one blemish in my sweater. Okay, before I get too carried away, I wanted to show y'all how I do the stitching texture. So on the right sides of everything, you're always going to be knitting even, and this is where the pattern happens, is on the wrong side. So this is one that I already did. Oh, and then the next one is always knit.
As you continue to watch me, you'll get more and more familiar with it, but basically what you're doing for this is you're purling 3 stitches together, yarn over, and purl 3 stitches together again in the same 3 stitches. That's when you let it off of the needle and it becomes like the little leaf bit. My explanation is by no means professional, but I have linked a better tutorial in the pattern if you need more clarity.
Okay, I've been meaning to talk about this. I probably should have said it before I left, but we're at the racetrack, if you can't gather, but I received some mail that I have been waiting on for 3 weeks now, to finish this sweater. And, I decided to drop everything. We've had some craziness going on in our life right now. We had a huge RV incident yesterday, and today is my birthday. I mean, so much of this is going to have been the past by the time I get this video up, but I'm gonna start on stockinette, and I just wanted to say that this is how much I got with the yarn that I had, and now I have 2 more skeins, and we'll see how the colors match up. I think it'll be fine. I don't care that the dye lots don't match, and this is going to be the back panel, I believe, anyway. So I'm just working it right there on like the half of the stitches for however long my arm depth is going to be. Then I'll pick up and work on the other side and continue on stockinette, and I'll follow up with how much I get done. I think this weekend when I come back. Yeah, when I get back home, I'll follow up with how far I got this weekend. Okay, I literally just finished joining or seaming the shoulders 3-needle bind off. Look at, I mean, it's like nearly seamless. That is so beautiful. I love 3-needle bind off. So I left some on the edge here and some on the edge here, so we can have like more collar that just like flaps out. I'm thinking that at the end, like for my last round, I'm gonna do like a couple inches or a few inches for collar, and then at the last round, I think I'm gonna pick up these, and I do have 1 live stitch here in the middle and all the way up, and then immediately bind off to create like a really clean edge. I hope that that will work. And then this part here is gonna be nicely dropped once I add sleeves, and I only have 1 side to have to seam here. And I did leave enough here at the beginning to seam up here, so I'll probably do that after the collar. So I switched over to a smaller cable, and I think I decided that I don't really like the swivel. It kept on catching as like you're sliding your live stitches on like the join there. It kept on catching, so maybe it's not all that it's cracked up to be. This lace, this red lace cording, it just gives like a smooth transition to slide your stitches. I don't need a swivel, it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna work on the collar and then seam this, and I'll be back. Y'all, I'm ridiculously dumb. Like, how did I think this was gonna work? Doing this collar with 0 increases. It basically is just like the neck. I need it to come around. Like, I need to maintain increases right here. But now I do know that this should work, the bind off here. Like that, this should keep it tighter. Give it a nice clean edge there. And then after a blocking and with the sleeves to pull it, like, both, this is ridiculous right here. This is why did I can't get over how dumb of a move that was. Like, it's just straight up. What was I thinking? Duh, I need increases to make it like lay over here. I don't think I'm going to go back and fix that quite yet. I think I'm going to do a sleeve first. And I thought, oh, you know, I might post this today, taking a picture with the collar done and it being like a nice little vest. No. Maybe I should go back and fix it. Excuse me. It wouldn't be too much to fix it, but now I'm just like, meh. Because I did it twice, basically, because I frogged it down because I thought the pearl side showing on here just didn't look good. Like that basically on here, I didn't like it. It looked unfinished. So I decided to take it back and do knits on this side, like turn the collar part. Let me just give myself more ends to deal with. I'll fix it when I fix it. I don't have a voice, and I should have showed you this while I tried it on. But basically coming on here to say I'm about to do a third collar because I did the increases here, and I was thinking I wanted to increase here at the edge too. Yeah, I should have done that. I still feel like it's basically just a collar on the back. I need these to come around. So, yeah. I'm almost, I don't know. And this time on the bind off, I did it, I think, the other way. And so I feel like it's curling in. The collar is going to be the death of me. I have a lot of mixed feelings on this collar. So I decided on like a raglan style. And I went very pointy this time with increasing here. By the way, this is all I have of this yarn. So I have one more skein and this to do sleeves. Like, I might have to order yarn again. I don't know. I hope not, because I don't want to wait that long again. But, maybe I'll have 3/4 sleeves. I don't know. We'll see. And probably, maybe I won't have maybe I won't have any collar. I think that I'm going to try and steam block this collar real quick to see like how everything flattens out. I'm almost wondering if maybe this seems okay pointed closer together here. Because I was holding it like farther apart. I just don't know. I don't want to do it again. How many times have I done this? Like 4 times. And I don't want to, it's not that hard to take it out, because what I've been doing is, like, since my collar is done, I turn so that I'm working the right side with knit stitches out here. So all I do is I like take my needle and I pick up around the neckline again, and then I can just easily frog, like almost like a lifeline, and I can just easily frog all this out. So that's not like that stressful, but it is annoying because I want to move on to the next step. I want to seam this and I want to post it to my grid and be like, hey, I have a cool vest. Now I just have to add sleeves, but you know, I guess I'll steam it and make a decision. Okay, after a steam, I feel a lot happier about it. And I know it's unusual to have like the square raglan with the pointed tips, but I'm going for it. And the drape and the softness after steaming it, the sweater is going to be great. It's going to be really great. I am going to move forward to the sleeves. My puppies are in the background grubbing, but I decided to try my sleeve on. This is actually my second time doing it. I didn't even record yesterday on my first sleeve. My first sleeve, I didn't bother doing the math. I was like, oh, pick up the stitches. And I just like picked up every single stitch and it was ginormous, okay? And it just was like puckering because it was so big on the sleeve, but not here. And it could have worked. It would have been like a big sleeve though, but I wanted this to be more of, you know, a fitted sleeve. So I decrease like basically to the elbow and then am keep maintaining that stitch count. I have about 1 more inch to do, and I decided to keep it simple, the sleeve part. I'm not going to, like initially I was thinking, oh, I might take like, make an extra piece of this, but then we would have to seam that on here because I worked this flat. I could also just work it flat here, pick it up, but then it would be the opposite direction than what this is, wouldn't it? So, I don't know, like sometimes I feel like it's a little too cheesy with matching the body to the sleeves and stuff. And I think I like the whole blocked section. So up here, it would be like a full on blocked color. And then down here is the texture. I mean, I feel like I want to keep it a little bit simple. And I already have kind of thought, I don't really like this sailor collar back here, so I'm probably going to take that out again. I really like the points, so I'm going to keep the points, but I think I'm going to work short rows. So that'll probably be the hardest thing in this whole design is the short rows. I say hardest thing. Short rows are not hard, but it's probably intimidating to do if you've never done them before, but they're super easy. I've done it in my bubbly bathrobe and it made the collar very great. And I think that's the only other design I've had that I've done like a collar on. So to get like what I really want out of this, I feel like I need to do that so I can get my round collar back there. I might put it on timeout after achieving both sleeves and see, like, yeah. I feel like I still need to keep a collar because like everybody has V-neck, you know, shirts, sweaters and stuff. So, I mean, like if you make this, you can opt out of the collar if you don't like it, and just bind off the neck stitches. But on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. These dogs are way too excited about their food. And finish this sleeve and then start this one. I think I will have just enough yarn. I probably could have finished this yesterday, but I waited for today and I have about 9 rows to go. Do you think I'll win at Yarn Chicken? I am so over this collar. So I'm going to put it in timeout. I'm losing track of how many times I've done it. That's the weird ass shape I'm doing right now. So I just can't anymore. Like, I've done so much of it for a few days now and can't get a collar that I enjoy. So I'm going to put it in the bag and come back and revisit later. Work on something else just for fun. think I figured out the collar. It's not blocked, but how perfect is that? It looks like a traditional, normal collar. Like, yes. Once I steam it again, I think it'll be perfect. Perfect. I still have pajama shorts on and flip-flops. Ugh, take a little progress picture.